It's Prince Simp in the building. Subscribe to the channel, man. Listen. Listen, man. I know my microphone is much better now, but listen. I don't know who this girl Rachel Lindsay is, all right? From what I gather from this little bit, she's from the Bachelorette. But what we do know, it ain't just me, all of you brothers, what you do know is all of these gladiators have the same story, man. And we're going to get into this right here. Let's go.
We were in the golf cart, and I was like, I love this lady. Like, I love her. I really do.
Because you got me to confess that I slept with more than one person in the fantasy suite.
I'm just...
Because you got me to confess on the Bachelorette, I slept with more than one person in the fantasy suite. Ha ha ha. That's the first one. We know the gladiators, they like to get out there and throw that box around. The box is not precious anymore. It's nothing to treasure. Let's go.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
and I remember we were in the golf cart, and I was like, I love this lady. Like, I love her. I really do.
Because you got me to confess that I slept with more than one person in the fantasy suite.
I'm just saying. They don't call it a fantasy suite for nothing.
Okay.
Boop. Okay, wait.
I will never go back. If you're about to ask me if I will ever go back and be the Bachelorette again, that is a no. But I would return to the fantasy suite.
I would say fantasy suite hit different. I already know. Wait, speaking of fantasy suite,
yeah.
Are you in a phase of your life where you were open to dating?
I'm very open to dating. It's weird because I'm months out from the separation.
Yeah.
We're past it. And now I'm in a place where I don't necessarily want to get into the details of it, but I want to talk about the healing process because it's...
Number two, had a man, divorced, or as she said, separated, and dealing with the healing process. Meaning that, like we say, we don't care if you're rich or all the way down, to Skid Row. This is the same rhetoric.
Very real. And I'm in a weird space where it's like, I'm still in my 30s, I'm divorcing, I don't have kids, I want kids,
Here we go. Number 3, still in my 30s, speaking like it's the 20s. I don't have kids, I want kids, I'm accomplished, I have everything that I want. But I'm divorcing a man. So I'm gonna come out here in the new climate and search for kids. That's number 3.
Weird space where it's like, I'm still in my 30s, I'm divorcing, I don't have kids, I want kids, I want to date, I feel very much so in my prime, and I feel like there are probably a lot of...
Still in my 30s, I feel very much in my prime. I guess you could call that 3A, 3B, but if you want to call it number 4, let's go.
Women who are either similarly situated or maybe in a relationship that I was in, and they're too afraid to let it go because you hear all these horror stories of your single friends and you're like...
I mean, the articles now are talking about, like, dating is trash as hell right now.
I have so many smart, beautiful, talented, funny, single friends.
Yeah.
I have more
I mean, the articles now are talking about, like, dating is trash as hell right now.
I have so many smart, beautiful, talented, funny, single friends.
Yeah.
I have more...
I have so many smart, beautiful, single, talented, beautiful, PhD, accomplished, the best of the best. But there's a systemic programming where you have been taught to whatever this shit is against the man. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. And you want to damn sure criticize these type of women because they're around the so-called men with money and esteem. We're going to get into that later, but we'll go to this was number 5 on how whatever accomplished woman you can find will measure up exactly like the regular woman.
Single girlfriends that I have married. I have so many smart, beautiful, talented, funny, single friends.
Yeah.
I have more single girlfriends than I have married girlfriends.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's just hard out there. I mean, we're talking like, well, when we get to 50, should we really buy a house and all just live together? Low-key have a...
should me and my single friends, when we get 50, because it's hard out here and we left the men that we was with and we won't have children to take care of. So at 50, should we just buy a house and just live together? Now, as a black woman, if you hear this message, this is what a boss baddie is. I know you're taught to be a boss baddie. Do you want to be a boss baddie?
I mean, the articles now are talking.
Matter of fact, let's bring
Now
it
I'm in a
back.
place where I don't necessarily want to get into the details of it, but I want to talk about the healing process because it's very real. And I'm in
Yeah.
a weird space where it's like, I'm still in my 30s. I'm divorcing. I don't have kids. I want kids. I want to date. I feel very much so in my prime. And I feel like there are probably a lot of women who are either similarly situated
Yeah.
or maybe in a relationship that I was in and they're too afraid to let it go because you hear all these horror stories of your single friends and you're like,
I mean, the articles now are talking about like dating is trash as hell right
yeah.
now.
I have so many smart, beautiful, talented, funny, single friends.
Yeah.
I have more single girlfriends than I have married girlfriends.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's just hard out there. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking like, well, when we get to 50, should we really buy a house and all just live together? Low-key have a little brothel going on?
I
Just
mean-
circulate, bring people in and out? I mean, by 50, I might be down.
You can do it in Louisiana.
Can I?
I think so.
You've looked into it?
I mean, I might have know some. I might know some of the
there.
sections. You know, that you might be able to. You know, section 417, 213.
Yeah, but it's an exciting time to answer your question about dating. Like, I'm ready.
You are.
I'm excited.
Let's say we just put some things out on a board.
Am I
What are you
naming
looking for?
somebody?
Yeah, like, do you want to name
No,
somebody?
I will quietly manifest. No, my dating life right now is for fun. I'm not. I would have to be swept.
Number 6 and 7. I'm just having fun. The eggplant carousel. Woo-wee. No different. Systemic programming in our sisters' minds, they got them fucked all the way up.
Let's say we just put some things out on a board.
Am I
What are you
naming
looking for?
somebody?
Yeah, like, do you want to name
No,
somebody?
I will quietly manifest. No, my dating life right now is for fun. I'm not. I would have to be swept off my feet to really be like, oh, he's the one.
He's the
No,
one.
I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to have a roster. You hear me? Don't play this just in case you're on it. I'm trying to have a roster.
Just in case you're on
Because I keep
it.
telling everybody, 45 to 55. That is my range. 45 to 55.
Is that right?
Yeah, but I mean,
You're taking it up.
I could have a like. There are exceptions to the rule.
To every rule.
There are.
To every rule.
There are.
What are some qualities, some aspects, and maybe some things you know now don't work for you, or things that you knew were always important to you that you for sure want in your partner?
Okay, if you look at my dating history, you'd be like, she's all over the place.
I was gonna say it's a wide, as some would say, a
Yeah.
wide strike zone.
Yeah, because it's really who I connect with. And I'm a Taurus, and I'm loyal, and when I fall, we fall hard
Right.
and fast. It's not a slow burn. And maybe that's the lesson I need to learn. And I need to maybe
Burn it
needs
slow.
to be, yeah, maybe so. Normally I would say, like, yeah, I want him to be this tall and this. No, it's not a physical thing.
Okay.
I do want you to be loyal. I want you to have a personality, as in like funny or charming. Not everybody can be funny. I want you to be
funny
adventurous.
is hard. Funny, but I will say funny is the most, to me, attractive trait.
It's so good.
You could be
I would
dumb,
even take
but
a
you could
little
be
corny.
funny.
Right.
I'll
right.
take
Make
it.
me laugh.
You know what I'm saying?
Make me laugh. But
Dumb
I'll
as a
take
box of
charming.
rocks.
I'll take charming. I'll even take a little corny.
Corny.
Well, I mean, like,
What?
Like I said, excuse me. My theory always will and be these gladiators. They have everything that they ever wanted. I think they should always be, the providers and things of that nature, so they can have their way and be who they want to be. Trying to deal with these alpha men is never gonna work out. If you want somebody to make you laugh, that's a monkey.
Corny.
you have to be a little cute to be corny. Not cheesy. but a
Okay,
little like,
I
you
see.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know how to.
There's a difference between cheesy and corny.
Not cheesy.
Yeah, yeah. Here you go. I don't know what. It's the first thing. Not ill.
I want them to be ambitious.
Okay.
I love that. But then also to be very understanding.
Ambitious, understanding, emotionally intelligent. Number 8 and 9.
My therapist said that I have broken wing syndrome.
I'm sorry. What?
I was like, what are you saying?
Did you walk out of the room?
No. No, because it's true.
Look, I think that's the end of today's session.
It's
Thank you.
true. I date guys that I see potential in.
I thought she was talking about you had a broken wing syndrome. I was like, now hold on a second.
No, I got both mine. I'm flying over here, but I'm scooping down and picking up.
Here we go. The almighty number 10, the one that I tell you, the only way that the gladiator can survive, have to have a man doing less financially in order to stay on that pedestal and be pedestalized, in order to act unruly in any way that you want at any given time. And what I'm exposing is it's more and more that you'll understand, that I'll show you that, look, it could never be with somebody that's providing for them. Not, especially in her case, not because you're pretty, not because you're clean, because you do not, it's a disdain that is built in some against men. They will never fall into that line. And as we often say, sacrifice the knowledge, jewels, wisdom, education, and genetics to pass down to their own.
And I see that they're a good person, that maybe they need a little guidance, and a little help. I see that they have potential,
right,
rather than dating the person who's already there. Right. And that doesn't mean somebody who has to make more money than me. That just means somebody who's stable, who's doing what they want to do, who knows what they're doing. Like,
has a good sense of self, a healthy relationship with.
No, brother, no. Somebody who is impossible and invisible, unattainable, unachievable. Okay? To give justification to continue the carousel.
Secure.
Yeah.
And so I thought about it, and I'm like, yes, everybody I've dated has been in that state.
Wow.
And going forward.
Ma'am, that says a lot about you. Don't let these therapists fool you. You only have one way of operation. Over your dead body will you be sponsored to be faced with submission. Come on, man. That is why we say, don't matter who the gladiator is. It's the same rhetoric, same spirits and behavior.
I can no longer date for potential. I have to date somebody who knows who they are, knows what they want, is secure in themselves, not intimidated.
And encourages you to do more of what you do.
Right. So often when you like someone, you want them to like you too. So
and like me the way I like you.
I will sacrifice what it is that I want because I just want it to work. And in the long run, obviously that doesn't work out, you know, which is like why through the years of dating.
I gotta end the video here because it just don't make any sense. That's what you call no account. Matter of fact, I may not. No accountability. Ma'am, you have to say, look, I draw these guys because of this reason. Come on. Comes with a set of rules with somebody that makes more than you. I am the unruly type. I don't deal with a man's rules. It's fair to say you're accomplished. But don't try to down the dudes that you pick like they were bothering you. No, you needed to be idolized, and you needed to be able to have these sort of brothers in a position that you can walk away from. And then say, well, it wasn't financially on my level anyway. Subscribe to the channel.